In Crimea, the reality of Russian control is setting in and Ukrainian troops are moving out. The Ukrainian government is planning to evacuate all of its military personnel and their families and relocate as many as 25,000 of them across the new border in Ukraine. Thousands have been trapped on military bases in Crimea. The U.S. warned Russia today it is on a dark path towards isolation. But as Mike Armstrong reports, tough talk is no match for thousands of Russian troops.
Ukrainian servicemen walked out of this Crimean base today not wearing uniforms. The Ukrainian naval headquarters taken over, seized by several hundred pro-Russian troops. There was no resistance. The standoffs continue, however, on other bases in the region. Pro-Russian forces not only surround this Ukrainian base, they've set up their own directly beside it. Ukraine is drawing up a plan to move its soldiers and their families out. There's a new urgency after gunfire broke out in one clash yesterday. A Ukrainian soldier and a pro-Russian militiaman were killed. They were the first deaths since Russia invaded Crimea 3 weeks ago. In Kiev, a meeting of the Ukrainian cabinet opened with the Prime Minister calling for a moment of silence for the fallen soldier. There is new international aid for the struggling country today. The European Union is pledging $1.4 billion to help with reforms of the social safety net and stabilize finances. There is, however, no progress on the matter of international observers. A plan to move monitors into Ukraine was held up for a third time today. 56 countries approving it, only the Russian foreign minister voting against.
Foreign Minister Lavrov has personally engaged on this text, has offered edits numerous times, and each time they are accepted, he comes back with more.
Now, one of the places they'd like to send observers is the eastern part of the country. Pro-Russian supporters have set up checkpoints on roads in the region on the lookout for supporters of what they call the fascist government in Kiev. This man says they're blocking cars coming from western Ukraine, stopping people with weapons. Now, the Ukrainian government is worrying about a different direction, Russian tanks coming from the east. This is the southernmost point on the Ukrainian-Russian border. It goes north from here. This is the Sea of Azov. That's Russia off in the distance. Now you can see the Ukrainian government has taken some steps to at least slow down tanks if they were to come. They've dug a trench that stretches north. Tractors have worked over the last few days, digging 2 meters down and 4 meters across. According to reports, it's about 160 kilometers long. Ukraine has moved soldiers into the region but has had trouble at times. Pro-Russia supporters have blockaded convoys. The local governor, a recent appointee by Kiev, says it hasn't been a big problem. He insists the protesters are paid by Russia to agitate. Now, that governor insists he's in control here, able to administer this region. But considering the protests, the rallies, the marches, the roadblocks, it hasn't been easy. And seeing how the regional office is protected by razor wire and police officers 24 hours a day gives you an idea of the challenges he's facing. Donna?